guys? Ches back again with another episode of, I nearly said Ultimate Team then. This is Sunderland Career Mode. This is episode number 23 altogether, although it will be season 2 episode 4 at a guess. I've recorded 2 or 3 in a row here, so I'm kind of losing track myself because in my files I'm saving them just like episode 21, 22, 23, whereas when I upload them I'm putting like season 1 episode 20 or season 2 episode 2, 3. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm starting by rambling now, as I ended every other video by rambling, but we come into this one on the back of some very, very good form. We were at the end of the last episode, we were sat second in the league, right behind Queen's Park Rangers of all teams, and we're Chelsea just behind us. So we have a 100% record so far this season. 4 games in the league, 4 wins, 1 win in the Carling Cup, Capital One Cup. I keep doing that, just I don't know, it's like habit to call it the Carling Cup. But anyway, Nelson Oliveira there with a good volleyed finish in the 21st minute to put us 1-0 up against Wigan. I think it's away at Wigan. It is away at Wigan. To put us 1-0 up away at Wigan. Now, last season, if you remember, we did struggle against Wigan in both games in the league and in the FA Cup. We went to a replay with them in the Cup, and then they did beat us. So this, again, like the Southampton game from earlier on in the season, it's kind of a good measure as to how this team is quality-wise compared to the team of last year, because obviously we have made a lot of changes since we had that financial benefactor option taken and we got the £50 million in, so we've got the ability to make the comparisons between this team and the previous team and see where we are at. And obviously we're sat second in the table, so it seems to be going very, very nicely. And we haven't exactly had the easiest of opposition as well. You know, we've gotten a win against Tottenham, and obviously Wigan and Southampton aren't the hardest of opponents, but we did struggle last year, especially towards the end. But Adam Johnson there in the 48th minute does put us 3-0 up in the 48th minute. And I do feel more comfortable moving forward with this team than I did last year. Obviously, last season we were heavily dependent on Kazuki Honda and his goals. Even Stephen Fletcher only chipped in with 7 or 8 the entire calendar season. So it's nice in this team to see more players scoring on a more regular basis. So I don't feel like I have to keep Honda fit at all times to be a successful team. And Nelson Oliveira's come in and has been scoring a lot of very, very nice goals. Obviously, Adam Johnson has scored a couple now. And it's really starting to gel as a team. Even in the commentary, obviously Adam Smith has actually said at the end of the game they played like a team that knew each other, which is quite nice to hear. Actually, you know, we're even making an impression on the game itself. The game itself seems to think that we're a team that are very well gelled together. The chemistry is very high, and despite conceding one in stoppage time there in the 90th minute, we do pull one back again. Well, not even pull one back, we pull further in front in the probably like the 93rd, 94th minute. Adam Johnson with a very nice Ronaldo chop just there, and smashes it into the far corner. And 2 goals from him in that one. One from our solid, reliable Kazuki Honda, and obviously Nelson Oliveira as well. So a 4-1 win, and we continue our domination in the league. Now the media have been praising, or even the fans as well have been praising Nathaniel Klein, and I've been quite impressed with him actually. We did pay £9 million for him, which is a lot of money to pay for a right back, I am well aware, but I have heard that his potential is quite high and he can get up to like the mid-80s, so I felt it was the money was warranted spending that sort of cash on a player that could have the potential over a few years, because I think he's only 22, so he's definitely going to be in the first team for the foreseeable future, if not for the entirety of the Let's Play of the career mode. But we come into this game in the Capital One Cup, so I got it right that time, against Oldham at home. Now I started a entirely reserve side. You've got players like Lucas Piazzon playing, G is up top, El Mohammadi playing wide right, and David Vaughan sat just behind G in that centre forwards role. And Lucas Piazzon actually really impressed me. You'll see here he has a very, very good shot on target that keeper's only able to palm onto the post, and considering he's only rated, I think he's low 70s now. I think he developed a little bit in the first half of the season, and you can see here in the replay there, the Oldham defender decided it was time to play volleyball, and I let Lucas Piazzon step up and take that penalty, and that is his first goal for the club, and hopefully he can continue to progress very, very nicely, and maybe next season, maybe the season after, I might actually send him out on loan if the chance arrives, maybe only on a short term rather than a season long term. But might send him out on loan to get him some regular first team experience so that he can progress very, very nicely and become a prominent player for us in the future, because we have been putting a lot of money in youth. The centre backs are like 22, 23 years old now. Obviously, I know in real life it's not really working too well for Aston Villa, but on FIFA I am confident in my ability to be able to use those players and get the best out of them, and hopefully we can continue to do just as well as we have been so far this season. So we progress through in the Capital One Cup again. I think that's us into the 4th round now. So definitely progressing nicely in that cup, and obviously the board would like us to, I think they said they wanted us to win, didn't they, or at least get to the final of a domestic cup. Now they didn't specify whether that was the FA Cup or the League Cup, and obviously the League Cup would be quote unquote the easier to get to the final in, because it's the less prestigious, and B, it's well documented that the bigger teams don't take it quite as seriously as the quote unquote lesser teams do. So we do stand a good chance of progressing well in that cup, so I'm definitely going to take that one seriously. If we do get, obviously with Oldham I did play a completely reserve side, but that was only because I felt that we needed to rotate, and B, the players that I was bringing in were more than capable of being able to put up a challenge and win against Oldham, which they did quite convincingly, so it wasn't a problem. Pardon me. And we come into this game against West Brom, who are a very, very good side actually. They've been doing very, very well in the Premier League in real life. They've kind of faltered of late just a little bit, but they are very, very dangerous, so with a lot of pace on the break. But Kazuki Honda gets his shirt pulled there, and I thought, it's 33 yards out, I'll put Honda on it and I'll just have a whack. And he had a whack. When that goal flew in real time, I went nuts. I properly screamed, and someone, I'm not sure who it was walking past my closed bedroom door, and I made them jump and drop whatever they had in their hands. So I was kind of I was like, oh, sorry. But that free kick was just spectacular, and that was all it took for us to win that game. So again, like I've been saying, we have been doing very, very well this season, but we did rely heavily on Kazuki Honda there and his free kick abilities to be able to get the 3 points from that game. But we do sit top of the table, as you can see on the right hand side. 6 games played, 6 games won, so very, very pleased with how this season has been going so far. And again, you can see there, Adam Johnson with 4 goals is chipping in very nicely. So we're not relying too heavily on Kazuki Honda this season so far. So we come in next time away at Blackburn and at home against Chelsea. So that will be a very, very tough test, and a real marker as to where we might be able to, or what we might be able to achieve this season in the league. So be sure to leave a like on this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and be sure to come back, subscribe if you haven't, for more career mode and ultimate team, and I will see you in the next few days with another video.